As time passes, people come and go in our lives, and each one of us has his own story and life experience. With some of those, we have briefly exchanged a few words, or have spent some time together, or even they used to be our roommates, teammates, co-workers, partners, or even friends and family who have been with us for a lifetime. Unfortunately, manipulative personalities are people you might have encountered at least once in your life as well, and they're considered one of the most dangerous individuals. Why? Let's find out. A manipulative personality can be a person we just met or even one of our family members. The term is used when an individual is controlled and influenced by somebody in a negative way in order to accomplish something and benefit from it by changing the behavior or perception of the target. The most difficult part is to detect the manipulator because the person knows exactly how to hide this particular trait, and the reason is quite simple. A manipulator's greatest fear is to no longer have control over somebody and get exposed. Sometimes manipulation can be used deliberately or inadvertently in a good way, like a wake-up call. If a person we care about must change his or her perspective on something, but it is almost always used negatively, and there are some signs that indicate a person's manipulative personality, so we'll focus on that. Speaking of blaming, another thing manipulators do is blame shifting. They never make mistakes, and if you tell them they have done something wrong, they usually respond with phrases like, "You're the one who's responsible for this," or "You made me do this," in order to protect their ego. If you want to get out of this situation, the best thing you can do is try to listen carefully to the accusations and initiate a calm conversation by expressing your feelings. By doing that, you can establish your perspective with facts. Additionally, a trump card used by manipulative personalities is emotional blackmailing. Think of it as a combination of guilt tripping and blame shifting. It usually occurs in relationships between family members and couples where the manipulator threatens the individual that if the person doesn't do as has been told or breaks up with them, they will cut off communication or try to hurt themselves respectively. In the first case, actions may vary from parent to parent, but if you think it is possible, you can handle it like you deal with guilt tripping. In the second case, I would suggest you to call the police and seek professional help as soon as possible. Sadly, manipulators sometimes use some positive traits to control an individual more effectively, like flattery. It is used as a tool to gain emotional leverage while making the target even more vulnerable by praising you in order to get what they want from you. It is a common technique that the person who does it usually wants a raise, promotion, or a favor from a friend or a family member. Deflecting with humor, thanking the manipulator for the kind words, or doing nothing at all are some ways to deal with fake flattery. The same goes for love bombing. It is a manipulative trait where the manipulator showers the victim with gifts and compliments because they always want to have the upper hand in a relationship. The bigger and more expensive the gifts, the higher the payback. When the time comes, the manipulator will ask you to return the favor in order to fulfill their desires. You can deal with it like you're being falsely flattered. Finally, one of the most dangerous forms of manipulation is gaslighting. A tactic where it could be analyzed in another video for what can be caused from that action, but for now, we'll stick to its basic form. Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse in which the manipulator can change the perception of the target by reshaping and altering their past in their memories and experiences. By doing that, the victim starts questioning their sanity, creating confusion inside their mind, altering the perception of reality, which is possible to lead to stress and anxiety. It is a frustrating feeling where you have to stand your ground and act immediately. Be sure of what you have said, and if you can precisely recall your actions, try to remember what you had felt back then, because memories are past feelings. Generally speaking, there are a few more signs of manipulative behavior we didn't mention, but all these signs and traits have something in common. If you let a manipulator do as he pleases, the consequences will be serious. Because one day, somebody decided to start ruining your life, turning you into a puppet, and isolate you in a theater full of empty chairs where the leading actor has more strings attached to him than a guitar, and when the curtains fall, the only one you will hear applauding is the one who brought you into this. You know yourself better than anyone else. Play your part the way you want to, and eventually you will find out that the best manager you could have ever had is the better version of yourself. And when the time comes, you will be able to tell the difference between manipulation and guidance. If you found this video helpful, share, like, and subscribe. And if you want to share your own story, your own thoughts, you can post in the comment section, in the Discord channel, or you can send me an email or PM me on Instagram. I was Satiris. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.